Hello collective, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new here. I am the Buddha Baddie. I'm a psychic and intuitive medium. I channel messages that I get from Spirit, the Most High, and then I give you guys those messages. All right, so I'm gonna start off this message with a little bit of a channeled message. I was meditating for a few, and right now I am getting a really restless energy. Okay, we are going through a really big shift. Okay, the collective is graduating. All right, so the collective is moving up, all right, in levels. Okay, so there are levels to spiritual ascension. Okay, and I'm seeing that you guys right now could be dealing with a lot of restlessness. Okay, you guys are stepping into your purpose. Okay, your higher self is most important. It's at play here, and I feel like right now things can be a little bit confusing because there's a lot about taking steps into the unknown. Okay, so you guys could be definitely taking steps into the unknown, and that could be very scary. Okay, there's a lot of fear connected to what we don't know. Okay, kind of like how people judge things and they're uncomfortable by things that they don't understand. So I feel like the more you're uncovering new pieces of your purpose, your soul's journey, the more you are a little bit anxious of what's to come. And I am getting like a restless type of energy. Like I'm feeling like you guys are stepping into like this new phase of your life, and there's a lot of things that you guys can't really predict. Okay, maybe you guys like to expect future outcomes to be the way they are. I'm getting like a person, or I'm getting like an energy of someone who could really like or it's really hard for them to accept change. Okay, so maybe there's a lot of things changing in your outer reality that you guys could be kind of having difficulty shifting through. I think right now is the best time to just allow things to happen. Okay, good things and bad things. All right, there is a duality of life and duality of things. Okay, so I'm getting like a lot of shifts happening. You guys could be very, very like anxious and excited. All right, like I'm getting like a mixture of like anxious and excited. Oh my gosh, anxiety. That's the message I'm getting. Anxiety. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the tarot first. I felt guided to pull from this tarot for some reason. I felt this one in my mind's eye, so we're gonna use this tarot. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. Please like and subscribe if this video, you know, connects with you in any way, and comment down below. All right, hope you guys are doing well, like I said, and I hope you guys are going through these changes with grace and gentleness with yourself, because these changes are very heavy. Okay, these changes are happening also at a rapid rate, so you guys could be very, like, I'm getting like quantum leaping as well. You guys are going through a lot of shifts in your timeline. You guys could be like falling asleep a lot, or just a lot more restless, all right, about certain things that are taking place right now. Okay, Spirit, talk to me. Allow me to receive the most accurate message this moment in time. What messages want to come through? What wants to come through for the collective? All right, let's take a moment to recognize the energy. All right, so we have the Six of Swords. Okay, I'm getting healing. This is a slow healing journey for you. You guys are on a slow healing process. Okay, I am getting the information that you are receiving at this moment in time could be very, very anxious inducing, only because there's a lot of shifts taking place and your mind could be overwhelmed by the information. Okay, I'm also feeling like you're on pins and needles about a certain situation here. All right, you could be feeling guided to move on from things, move on from certain situations here. Yeah, I feel like you have learned a massive lesson. Okay, and there is some sort of financial opportunity that is coming towards you guys. Okay, with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are doing a lot of research. Okay, there is a lot of studying. Whatever you're studying is helping you move into this new timeline. Okay, helping you on this healing phase. Okay, so maybe going online, searching up, you know, researching about history. I don't know why I heard history, but researching about maybe things that have to do with your healing journey, things that are connected to your healing journey, things that you just feel like you resonate with. I think that is really important to kind of just take a look at those things, okay? We have the number 6, so there is a lot of harmony coming through here, okay, for you guys. You guys are headed towards calmer waters, okay? So your mind could have been very, like I said, dealing with a lot of, yeah, 7 of Cups. You were in a lot of, like, haziness, illusions. You were dealing with a lot of, like, overwhelming energies around you, casting these illusions. Yeah, 5 of Wands. Yeah, a lot of past energy is trying to come back again to set you back, okay, to keep you in a previous timeline. It's like the old layers of yourself that's unfolding or that it's shedding wants to pull you back into an older version of yourself. But as you guys are healing, you guys know that that is no longer what resonates with you guys anymore. All right, yeah, we have the Hermits. So yeah, you guys could definitely be doing some inner reflection at this moment in time. A lot of self-reflection, okay? I feel like you guys there's like a fire that is being lit within you, okay, at this moment. Yeah, I'm seeing that you guys could be alone right now, or just really kind of focusing on solitude, okay? Really focusing on inner reflection right now. I feel like there's a lot of people around you that are just not on the same journey as you, okay? Everyone has a different journey in this life. And I feel like your journey has a lot to do with introspection. It has a lot to do with researching, learning, going within. Introspection is what I'm getting here. Yeah, a lot of like looking within yourself here, okay? I feel like you guys are dealing with some sort of shadow attributes of yourself that you guys are learning to integrate within yourself, and that has a lot to do with fear, okay? Fear of moving on, fear of letting go, fear of releasing. And I feel like right now you guys are at this pivotal stage in your journey where you guys are doing a lot of going within and reflecting on that, reflecting on things that you kind of are having a hard time releasing. All right, these could be mental blocks, these could be mental challenges here that are kind of like keeping you resistant to certain attributes that you need to integrate into yourself here, okay? We have Virgo energy, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, I'm getting like right now is not a time to overwork yourself, okay? I feel like you guys are dealing with like having to, I heard roll with the punches, okay? So maybe you're going through a time right now where you feel like you have to roll with the punches, okay? Maybe you feel like in order to move and heal correctly, you need to kind of be alone at this moment in time, okay? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is giving me an energy of lack of lack of materializing something into the 3D. So you guys could be doing a lot of 5D inner shadow work that is needing to be integrated within the physical. And I feel like you guys could be taking some time to really kind of go within. Maybe you guys are doing a lot of like just research, being alone, not really going out, not really collaborating with others right now. But I am seeing that there is like this like inner need. There is this need to do that inner shadow work in order to get out of that, okay? There's a lot of like needing to self-master, okay? Needing to master a part of yourself here that I feel like you could be possibly avoiding, or just possibly having a hard time integrating here. Yeah, having to do with this new beginning, okay? You guys are evolving into a version of yourself is what I'm getting from this. All right, and that can take that takes a lot of work, and it can be hard, it can be difficult, especially when you have no one around you in your corner really kind of supporting you or telling you this is the right way, okay? You could have a lot of actually resisting forces that could be kind of blocking you or wanting you not to connect with your inner self, okay, and do the inner work. Yeah, something is imbalanced here, okay? 66. Yeah, I'm getting like okay, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Wow, okay. So I am seeing there is a relationship here on the horizon for you guys. If you guys aren't in a relationship yet, if you guys are in a relationship, then this relationship is kind of on like it's in like a little bit of a I don't want to say limbo, but there is a lot of like reflection. You guys are alone, not really with each other right now. You guys can be doing a lot of you guys can be at a distance from each other, and you're doing a lot of like integration within yourselves here in order to make this work, okay? The Six of Pentacles reverse is giving me an energy of lack of generosity here. I feel like you are just dealing with a lot of energies around you that weren't reciprocating the kind of energy that you were integrating within yourself. All right, so I'm seeing that there is a need to revisit that. There is a need to revisit something here that I feel like has been in the shadows of yourself, okay, has been in the deep depths that I feel like makes you a little anxious to kind of pinpoint, okay? This could do with some sort of shadow work needing to be integrated about maybe not feeling like you have been given the reciprocal amount of time, energy that you have given to others, or people abusing your generosity in a way, or people lacking that kind of ability to work with you, okay, instead of working like against you or working besides you, okay? There is an energy of like, there is an energy of slow healing out of situations, out of current or past cycles where you currently have to integrate that version of yourself who felt alone, okay? That version of yourself who had to go within, okay? Who had to build up skill, build up self-mastery, all right? To release these kind of conflicting energies that didn't want you to really receive or didn't want you to be receptive towards like that kind of stability that I feel like you guys are incorporating within this journey that you guys are on, okay? Yeah, I am getting that you guys had to roll with the punches quite a bit, okay? You guys have done a lot of, like, I am feeling a lot of like shadow work from this energy. So there has been a lot of going within, all right, being alone, being introspective, kind of learning the deeper depths of yourself, learning the different parts of yourself, your insecurities, your fears, things that you still need to master on a physical sense. And I am seeing that that is shifting here, okay? And I feel like you are going to have relationships that are going to come in and help you, guide you towards this journey, all right, with ease, because I feel like in the past you didn't have such kind interactions with people because of the fact that there was still something here that needed to be stabilized and uprooted within yourself, okay? Yeah, that is the message I'm getting from this. Okay, I'm going to use the Kipper-ish just to clarify these messages. I know that this is probably going to be like so different to what I was just channeling, only because the Kipper-ish explains more in depth of certain situations that could have coincided with why you had to do a lot of internal shadow work, why did you have to go in within yourself a lot and kind of master yourself in certain ways. Yeah, we have confusion, illusion, and death magic. So like I was saying in the beginning with the Seven of Cups, you guys have to do a lot of inner work, okay? Because people were casting a lot of illusion on your path here. I'm getting like a lot of people were sending death magic to you, okay? A lot of people wanted things to end for you in your life, okay? And I feel like it's because you dealt with a lot of very, very, I heard heinous, but very destructive people in your path, all right? Some sort of lesson that you had to learn about dealing with people who didn't want the best for you. They wanted you to diminish, is what I'm hearing. They didn't want you to grow. They didn't want your abundance to prosper, okay? And I feel like you guys are still healing through that, okay? You're still healing. Maybe you're having a hard time kind of, maybe you like to be a hermit, okay? Maybe you don't really want to put yourself out there as much, or you're feeling that kind of hesitancy, excuse me, to put yourself out there, even though Spirit is saying you have the go, you have the green light, because this is going to be a beautiful overflowing amount of love that is going to be given to you, because you guys have gone through the healing work. I see that you guys have initiated yourselves into your new life, and you guys have done that shift. You guys have gone through that shift, but it's just a matter of your old fears and your old insecurities resurfacing that you need to integrate into yourself in order to like not allow that to keep you keep you like away from people that actually have your best interests at heart, okay? Okay, clarify the Six of Swords. Clarify the Six of Swords, Holy Spirit. Six of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Moving on. Heavy on the moving on from people who don't have your best interests at heart, okay? Yeah. I feel like you guys are moving on from energies who are very, I heard one-sided, very one-minded. Okay, they're very jealous people. You had a lot of very jealous people around you here, okay? I feel like they didn't like the fact that you had some sort of close connection to source. All right, they didn't like the fact that you were so on point with certain channeled, I heard you were so on point with certain messages that you received about walking away from people, about letting things go, about leaving things behind here. I feel like you had that kind of like clarity. You received a lot of clarity that you were dealing with a lot of very jealous people, okay? You were dealing with a lot of people who abused their power, or they just didn't like, they didn't give you equal give and take. It was not reciprocal, okay? They wanted you to give, but they didn't want to give anything, okay? You're dealing with people who don't love themselves, okay? You were honestly dealing with a lot of people who were not focused on going within and actually working on the parts of their self that I feel like could expand and could be prosperous if they chose to look within. All right, and I feel like you guys kind of had a lot of blind faith, and you guys are taking this this new journey and kind of like walking by faith, not by sight. And I feel like this is illuminating a lot of people on your path who were there to kind of show you a shadow attribute of yourself when you were dealing with such jealous and envious people here, okay? I feel like you guys are definitely moving on from these people, from these energies, okay? From these kind of relationships, okay? I heard the road to ruin. It's like a lot of these people were wanting you to be on the road to ruin. And I feel like you guys are going through some sort of shift in your energy where you guys are like freeing yourself. I'm getting a lot of sovereignty. Like you guys are freeing yourself and associating yourself with people who are actually going to care and love you and treat you with respect and with kindness here. Because you guys have done a lot of the work and you guys have gone within and you guys have focused on the signs that you have gotten from the universe on what to do and how to heal from these certain situations here. I feel like a lot of healing has been happening for you guys. You guys could have gone through years, I'm hearing years of self-reflection, years of internal integration, okay? Doing a lot of shadow work, all right? Telling people, you know, get going, get moving if they're not for your highest good here. And I feel like it took a lot of faith, okay? You had to really kind of connect with the divine in ways that would allow you to accept these changes, accept letting go, because it's not always easy to let go and detach from certain people who you've known your whole life, or certain people who you have a deep bond, or you had a deep bond with for certain circumstances, okay? But you guys chose to have blind faith in this, and I feel like this is why you guys are mastering a part of yourselves here. Okay, clarify the Hermit. The Hermit, Holy Spirit. Wow. So by you guys going within and really, rather than, oh my goodness, rather than focusing on other people and rather than focusing on like, rather than focusing on getting that love and getting that appreciation from others, you went within and kind of gave that to yourself. All right. And by doing so, you took the time to really look within and enter that core part of yourself that is like empowered, okay? That is confident, that is ready for change, that is ready to make massive decisions in your life that are going to level you up. Okay. And I see that a lot of people do see you as someone who's done a lot of internal work, okay? You guys are seen as boss status. You guys have a boss energy to you, okay? This is energy here, okay? So you guys walk into a room and you guys have that kind of energy of like, I know who I am, okay? And you have gone through like years of like undoing patterns of behavior that I feel like has been because of jealousy and envious people constantly trying to kick you down, constantly trying to minimize you, constantly telling you this and that. But you still went within and you knew that you had this part of you that was very, very powerful. And you knew that there was still an inner part of you that couldn't be, I wanted to say diminished, but that's not the word. There was still an inner part of you that you knew that was really you, that you were being true to yourself, you were being authentic with yourself, so you knew that that was something that people couldn't take away from you, okay? They can try to, you know, say things, be snidey, have snarky remarks, backhanded things, passive aggressiveness, be jealous and envious, all they want, but if you knew who you truly were at hand, in your heart, then you understood that nothing else could shake you, okay? And I feel like you have people wanting to reach out to you, okay? I really am seeing that. Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot of people are facing a lot of... This evolution that you've gone through has a lot of people who are still in their south nodes, still figuring themselves out, still under these same karmic control, karmic instances. Yeah, I'm possibly dealing with mental, emotional instability here. They definitely could be wanting to contact you, wanting to reach out. I'm getting that these could be past people who you guys have, you've done the shadow work, you healed from, that were very envious of something that, some decision you made, okay? Maybe this was a decision to work on yourselves, okay? Go within, go on your soul's journey, your soul's purpose. You could have had a lot of jealous and envious people not knowing why. You kind of just had to leave things behind. But I am seeing that you guys are divinely guided, okay? So you guys are definitely chosen ones here on this planet, and you guys are doing some sort of service for the greater good here, all right? And this is why you could have a lot of people setting you evil eye and negativity constantly. You grew up constantly not knowing why. You were always, you know, excluded or treated differently than other people, okay? You never could understand why. And I feel like it was because you had such a kind and forgiving heart, and your light was just so bright that it irritated a lot of these people's demons here, okay? A lot of these people wanted to keep you at like a, I heard a minimum. People wanted you to kind of see yourself as less than, okay? These people had a very, very entitled, fragile egos, and they didn't like the fact that you are a very introspective person. It's like you can shine a light on certain attributes of them that they don't like, so they would rather keep you down, so you would feel that internalized within yourself, okay? You dealt with a lot of projection in your life. Yeah, and I feel like people have done a lot of like, people have done a lot of things here in your life to mess with your stability here, okay? Maybe they tried to mess with your finances, mess with your associations with other people, your goals in life. A lot of people wanted to manipulate your decisions, okay? They wanted you to go different routes. They didn't want you to take the route that you were divinely guided to do, okay? A lot of these people were ritualistically kind of trying to like have a hand in your destiny, is really what I'm getting from this. These people really wanted to have a hand in your destiny. They wanted to cause a lot of illusions. All right, I feel like it was a very elusive energy. All right, causing a lot of smoke and mirrors. So there was a lot of resistance to you moving on from these certain people, places, things, because of the fact that they were so like, I'm getting a vision of someone who's like had their hand in your pie or whatever, had their hand in all your business. Like they wanted to basically like maneuver you like a little pawn in a game, right? It's like they thought that they could like maneuver your life and your destiny, which is like a major no-no. That's what I'm hearing from spirit. Major no-no. Okay, but these people had to learn themselves. They had to go through their own lessons, okay? Every time lessons are learned, you level up. All right, if you keep on repeating that same lesson, you're under karmic control. These people are still having to learn and repeat that same lesson, so they're still going to be stuck under karmic control. All right. Can we clarify this Eight of Pentacles reverse? Holy Spirit, Eight of Pentacles reverse. Yeah. I'm seeing like a lot of negativity was surrounding your occupation, your position. All right, what you do for work. All right, there was a lot of people possibly, I heard doubting you. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting like people, you always had this force that was against you, that was causing you to like, I wanted you to lack progress in your skills, constantly wanting to keep you like blocked. It's an energy of blocked, wanting to block you from building yourself up, from, you know, mastering yourself so you guys can achieve your highest timeline here. Let's get one more Spirit, one more Holy Spirit. Thank you. Yeah. All right. And this could have been a community of people, all right, that you had to walk away from. A community of people who I feel like I heard didn't get your vision. All right. They didn't understand. Maybe in the past people were, or maybe like even this could be like past, present, or future energy. So take what resonates. But it's like your position, even like spiritually, holds a lot of weight. Okay. Like you have a very strong presence. Okay. And something about your occupation here. I feel like a lot of people did not want you to like successfully either build something here, master yourself so you guys can create something that, because I'm feeling like this is an energy of someone here who's meant to be like a creator. All right. You're meant to like create your own thing. Okay. You're meant to do something that's unique, that's your own thing. Okay. Either this is like a business that's your own or something that's your own here. Okay. And I feel like this occupation has to do a lot with doing things by yourself, or managing things by yourself, or managing your things with helping hands, but ultimately you created it. Okay. Like a brand or something here. Okay. That's what I'm getting. And I am feeling like these people sent a lot of darkness your way, sent a lot of, they wanted like an entity to hold on to you, okay? They wanted this entity of, I heard like procrastination, this entity of lack of progress, an entity to ultimately keep you stagnant. That's what they were sending you your way, okay? Constantly is what I'm seeing here, okay? But I feel like you were able to like slay this demon, okay? So this demonic force that was being sent your way here, I feel like people are getting karma. You could be seeing this happen in real time. All right. A lot of people could have been like this is giving me an energy of like, let's say you wanted to start a YouTube channel, right? And you had so many forces telling you no, you had so many things saying no, you had so many people saying you're never gonna make it, or you're never gonna get anything from that, like all this stuff, like all this like outside voices critiquing and telling you certain things. They're seeing real time that you guys are making so many strides and you guys are actually doing the damn thing. Meanwhile, they're still here learning and repeating these karmic lessons and having to go through these certain imbalances and having to constantly kind of just watch you succeed here is really what I'm getting. Yeah, like I can't make this up. Like you have walked away, you have closed the door on these manipulative energies who wanted to like control your life. They really wanted to play puppeteer. They wanted to puppet the strings here. Like I don't know what they thought that they were doing here, but it's like they wanted you to be like, it's like almost like they didn't want you to be aligned with your values. All right, aligned with these people are obviously people, these are energies that are obviously lower vibrational, and I don't mean this in an entitled, arrogant way. I mean this in a way where they still have a lot of lessons that they have to learn in this lifetime, and they're stubborn and they don't want to learn, okay? These could be lost souls, these could be empty vessels, people who are just repeating the same thing, who are very susceptible to entities, okay? Entities are running them. They're not running themselves, it's entities that are running them. And this could even be a community of people, or like a group of people that you had to really walk away from, because they have this entity that's running amongst them that is like, that is, oh yeah, because I'm looking at butterfly effect here. I can't make this up. Yeah, you guys are breaking down barriers. You guys are taking like, wow. You create, thank you, Spirit. Create a genius. You guys have been seeing the signs and synchronicities. You guys have God-given talents. And this is why you have always dealt with people who are very, very jealous of the gifts that you hold, because you're chosen. You have these gifts that are from God, all right, from the Most High. All right, you could have a secret admirer who like is really thinking about you, but I'm getting it's these energies who are doing a lot. They did a lot to break you down. They did a lot to like not want to see you win. They wanted to see you fail. But I'm seeing like you invested in yourself and it's actually made such an impact for you, okay? It's the butterfly effect. You know, actions have consequences. Meanwhile, they're breaking you down. They're trying to do all these things to end your career or certain things, to block your career. Meanwhile, you're just growing and evolving and they're staying stuck in the same damn place. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Could not be collective. I know that you guys are seeing the domino effect take place, okay? As you heal, you're seeing the domino effect happen. You're seeing these people get their karma, okay? You're seeing the universe align, okay? You're seeing scales balance out, okay? And I feel like these people have a lot of like, they're dealing with a lot of sickness, okay? They're dealing with a lot of health issues. This could be like mental health. This could be just like physical. Like they're dealing with a lot of internal conflict because of what they have been conjuring up within themselves. Like, yeah, it's just okay. Clarify Six of Pentacles reversed. Holy Spirit, Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so this was clearly an imbalanced relationship or relationships. These people were not giving you what you deserve. They weren't giving you the proper and it's not saying you guys need worship or praise or anything, but it's just giving you the proper respect, the proper reciprocity here. And I feel like you went cold on a lot of these energies, okay? And it has them thinking. It has them constantly thinking about you, thinking about what they could have, how they could have achieved certain things in life if they were still somehow connected to you. But instead they took the route of trying to ultimately ruin your life, ruin your path, and the energy you give, oh my gosh, it's like the tale as old as time. The energy you project is the energy that, or the energy you send out is the energy that projects into your life, okay? Like if you're projecting negativity, if you're spewing hate all the time, your life is going to be that, okay? That's just how it is. If you're lifting people up, if you're projecting, you know, happiness, good vibrations, your life is going to embody that. And these people, I feel like, yeah, they're seeing that you are divine. They're seeing that you are a chosen one, okay? I'm also hearing pyramid scheme, so they could have tried to do a pyramid scheme surrounding you or whatever. Could have tried to make you take the fall for something that they were doing. Maybe this is like stealing your resources, stealing your projects, okay, things that are yours, things that you created on your own that these people were trying to take or whatever. These, I heard opportunist. Yeah, so I am seeing that you guys are receiving, this is like God's gift to you for being so obedient, being so just being so resilient too. Like the shiz that you had to go through, like I can understand, like it really took you guys in for a loop, and it really made you guys wonder if there's going to be good things in the world for you, which is so sad to me. Like you guys went through such a horrible, I don't want to like instill negativity or anything, but you guys did go through some sort of horrible circumstances in your life that really ultimately you could have made the choice. If you didn't make the choice to heal from it, you ultimately could have made the choice to delete. And I'm seeing that it's almost like these false, it's like you could have dealt with a lot of like false rumors about you, people who just always kind of had your name in their mouth, always telling people false things about you, always kind of wanting you to look a certain way that isn't you, that isn't true to you. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with the fact that you guys were divine and people did not want that light to shine on you. People did not want you to receive what is meant for you. And that could even be real love. Like these people don't want you to be like in love. They don't want you to have true love. They don't want you to have real love. Like these people are literally agents of the devil. That's the energy I'm getting. And meanwhile, you're going through a breakthrough, okay? You guys are going through, yeah, so this is a lot about you guys receiving downloads. You guys are going through a lot of downloads, revelations. You could be getting a lot of clarity of past instances, why people were acting a certain way towards you. You never really understood why people were just always like that, always just like hateful towards you, always just had such like they always had like a chip on their shoulder when it came to you. It's because you guys are divine. You have the armor of God. All right? Yeah. And the spell work, I literally can't make this up even if I tried. The cards is just showing it all. Yeah, so this spell work is backfiring, okay? These people were saying so many things about you. They were wanting you to feel so bad. Ultimately, they're projecting that into their own lives. I don't know if they get that. I don't know if they realize that. I don't know. But it's returning back to sender. All right, all the spell work that they've been sending out, all this heinous, atrocious energy that they've been sending out and spewing out here. Yeah, you're recovering from a setup. All right, so you're realigning with your normal state of health, mind, or strength. So yeah, you're realigning with yourself. This is like you've healed, and you're finally coming back to who you once really were, who you truly were. It's like you're moving on, you're healing, you're in a higher version of yourself, but you're like gaining back the pieces of yourself that felt like you. These people wanted to chip your spirit away. They didn't want you to be you. They wanted to chip you down, break you down so bad that you wouldn't even feel like you deserve anything. Like, these people are terrible, honestly. These people need help. They need actual healing. But you guys are going through a breakthrough, okay? So good for you guys. You guys are actually rising above these addictions, these abusive tactics, these manipulation tactics. You're recovering. You're recovering from this certain setup here. They wanted you to be stuck. Like I said, they were like, this is what's so crazy. This spell work they could have been doing on the daily. All right, they could have been doing this continually, annually is what I'm hearing. And it's like they planned this out. They were doing this methodically. They were planning this out all the time here, okay? They didn't want you to reconcile with yourself, okay? So they didn't want you to become in, like, either this is like a relationship they didn't want you to be in alignment with. They didn't want you to be aligned with, like, a person. Or they just didn't want you to be aligned with, like, your inner self here. But you guys, yeah, the spell work is definitely backfiring, okay? You've done a lot of healing on yourselves. And good on you guys, because this was a trap anyways. These people trapped themselves in their own spell work, which is like, I shouldn't laugh, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, so these people could have sent you a lot of love spells. They're obsessed with you. They're obsessed with the money also. Like, these people did so much black magic. They just wanted what's yours. These people are, yeah, they wanted what's yours. They wanted your destiny, okay? Destiny swapper type beat. They wanted your destiny. They wanted your energy for themselves. Like, these people are their death magic is reversing onto them. Like, let's be real. They're getting karma for this setup. They thought they did their big one. No, God's doing the big one on them, on these people. Yeah, you're receiving recognition. All right, you guys are getting rewards for the tribulation that they put you through. The kind of shiz that they put you through, and you came out a winner. That's how you know who is truly chosen and who is not. You had to go through a group, a community, a bunch of people sending you so much stuff. All right, they didn't want you to win. And look at you. Just from the glory of God, you're winning. These people wear masks, okay? They have false images to obtain, okay? Yes, they could have a lot of people in their corner, all right? There also is that energy where it's like the abuser always has a community of people backing them up, but the one who's abused is always the isolated one. Think about that for a second. But yeah, someone who's not being real with themselves, someone who's inauthentic. This is someone here who wears masks. They're very two-faced. And a lot of people, I understand, like, if you're... I get Collective's a very understanding person. But, like, you have to kind of put yourself in other people's shoes. Okay, these people don't have empathy, so they can't put themselves in your shoes. They can't see from your side. Maybe the karma that they're receiving, now they're realizing, shit, the amount of stuff I put the Collective through, like, it's tenfold on me. So, like, I wonder what they had to go through. Like, now they're probably starting to realize the kind of shit that they put you through. But back then, I'm getting this was like past energy when they were doing all this spell work. Even if they're still doing it now, hell, I don't even know if they are still doing it now, but whatever. It's like they have to wear a mask in order to please people. They're people pleasers, okay? And they are scared to be authentic, okay? This is why there's a lot of that. It goes back, you know, to that jealousy and envy thing. They're jealous of your authenticity. Your true self, like, ultimately, like, denies a sense of self in them because they don't know themselves, so they just project onto people. They project onto what they want. They wear masks. They're false. They're false people. And they don't like the fact that you can just naturally be authentic, and I feel like your authenticity gets you really far. And yeah, you're recovering from these kind of people here, okay? And I feel like they have a group of people. Yeah, they could look like they have a lot of friends. They could look like they have like a huge community, blah, blah, blah. It's because they please those people, and they're always faking it just to receive love. And it's like, you guys chose a different path, and you guys chose to have authenticity, authentic love, real love that comes from the soul. People who are in your corner because they truly care for you, not people in your corner because they want to use you, take advantage of you, you know? Yeah, this was definitely a setup here, okay? I feel like someone could be part of the LGBT community, all right? Or someone could be on the down low. Maybe someone's wearing a mask. They're trying to act like they're not, you know, I don't know. Take what resonates with that. That just came out. But yeah, they're doing a lot of black magic here, okay? I feel like someone could be getting like, I heard excommunicated from a group of people here for this black magic that's being done. They could be wanting to travel or move. They could be needing to relocate, or they want to relocate here because the truth is out. Okay, the truth is being revealed about what this person or what these people were doing to you. And they see that you've dodged these bullets. You're protected from these haters. You're escaping these crazy people. You're avoiding this chaos, escaping all this things. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. You were being prepared, okay? This was all God's plan. So this was like God's plan, okay? These people are binded to dark spirits. They're possessed. These are people who literally allow they allow the enemy to just run rampant in their body, all right? Yeah, these people have no navigation on their path. They have no inner knowing. They have no guidance, okay? No divine guidance for that matter. And I feel like this is like a lot of organizations. This could have been like groups of people, like I said, like higher ups and organizations. Like this was like a group effort. Secret societies, all these cults, covens, whatever. You're a truth speaker, you're a whistleblower. They don't like that because it like uncovers all their shady shit that they do behind the scenes. You know, you're a chosen one. You're a prophet, a prophetess. You predict things that play out, okay? You bring truth to light. You're a truth speaker. Can't make this up. Yeah, you've done a lot of prayer, or it's important to do prayer. Continue on praying. All right, you have your manifestations coming in, okay? The divine has heard your prayers. All right, these people are mind controlling. That's the only way they get away with things is mind control. All right, brainwashing people, okay? Telling people things that aren't true, manipulating people, trying to infiltrate their mental to make them submissive to them. These people are hella superficial. They're shallow as hell. They only care about their appearances. They only care about the material thing. They only care about what they look like on the outside. But it's like they could be rotting on the inside to their core. And the inside, they could be like literally... if you saw what was on their inside, I don't think you'd want to take a look. Yeah, and it's all because you guys were what? The black sheep. You guys were true speakers. They tried to scapegoat you because they're like, if this person knows all of our dirty laundry, we got to pick this person out of the bunch to shame, blame, all this shit. Because you don't follow the rest. Because you don't follow what the rest are doing. You're not in that herd mentality. Yeah, these people have a desire for control. Okay, these are very controlling people. They use that. Their reputation could be based upon control. Like, imagine that. Your reputation is all about just being a control freak or controlling others. Like, I don't know. I'm not here to shame or anyone, but like, come on. Like, you didn't take that path, and this is why you guys are getting the victory. They have karmic debt on their hands, okay? We have 555, 666, 1222. You could be seeing those numbers. They have lifetimes of karma they have to clear out, okay? This is payback. The universe is like, you thought that you can do all this and like run away scot-free? I'm sorry, what now? Like, you're funny. Yeah, these people were trying to affect your second house, your resources, your money, your desires, your values. These people, yeah, these people are trauma bonded to each other or trauma bonded to whatever they tried doing to you. I'm getting like groups of people were really sending a lot your way. Like, they wanted you to be like, I don't know what they expected for your life, but I'm telling you, they did not want you to have any ounce of happiness or abundance. Like, happiness haters, am I right? These people have fear. Like, they're trauma bonded by fear, okay? They could be trauma bonded by the shit they did to you. Maybe they're like, shh, let's not tell anyone what we did to collective. Let's keep it under wraps. Like, shit like that. Like, I don't know. People are just like, misery loves company, man. These people they're miserable. And they love their company. Yeah, these people are facing a lot of financial hardships at this moment in time. This is like the spell work reversing. They could be losing money. They could be getting not approved for certain things. They can't make money. Someone could be going to jail. Someone could be getting arrested. They could be caught for some sort of criminal activity they were doing to a collective chosen one who has a pure royal aura, who could be a business owner, a go-getter, a boss. You have good vibes. Like why? What? Someone with good energy, someone with good vibes who has like no paper trail, and you're gonna try to, whatever. Yeah, this is like, they tried cursing you. They're cursed, okay? These people are cursed, or this person is cursed. They have a hex path. They're dealing with misfortune right now. Could be a sociopath dealing with misfortune right now. Yeah, the superficial charm. This is like a sociopath. They lack empathy. All right. They have difficulty with relationships, so they have to control other people. They're impulsive. They take risks. They have, Jesus. Practice what you preach, okay? So walk the walk, talk the talk. Walk with righteousness. Be true to you. Yeah, walk with that righteousness. Even if it seems scary, even if it seems walking in your truth, speaking your truth, people might, you know, you're gonna have some people who are going to, like, you, obviously the abusers are going to deny it and say, what, you're crazy, all this stuff, whatever, gaslight you, manipulate you. But you're going to have those certain people who you know are true for you, who are good for you, who are going to believe you, and they're going to actually, like, be there for you, okay? Even if it's just one person, you know, quality over quantity. If they still know your story and they have sympathy and they understand exactly what you went through, and they are, like, inspired by you, or they think that you're strong and you're incredible for that, just know that is so much better than walking around with a false bravado and having a lot of people in your corner, but really at the drop of a hat, if something goes awry, they're all gone, they scatter. So just saying. Yeah, we have the flame of God, okay? Archangel Uriel. You have wisdom and knowledge here. We have an Archangel Uriel who's in your corner, helping you, guiding you. That's the angel of divine presence, okay? This just keeps getting better and better. Okay, confirmations, up the yin yang. Yeah, this is an incubus or a succubus. This was an energy vampire. These are like people who just like suck the life force out of you. They wanted your energy. They wanted to take what's yours, okay? And they're happiness haters. This is a narcissist. They hate to see you winning. They're miserable. They're a thief of joy. They just always wanted to see your downfall here. And always needing control. Yeah, blame shifting, over entitled, thinking that they can get everything they want, thinking that they can steal from others without doing any work, and thinking that that's just going to work out for them. You gotta laugh, because what the hell? Yeah, you could be at separation with this person, at a distance. You're not connected to these energies because they're ghetto. Okay, with all due respect, I don't think ghetto is like, to me, when people say ghetto, I don't think of it as like, okay, when I wrote this, I meant like they have like a really dirty and nasty attitude. They're very like ratchet. They want to take your man, your woman. Like they're just trash. Okay, you're receiving clarity. Okay, so you're seeing clearly. You're getting these major epiphanies here. Yeah, and I feel like it's because you've been doing a lot of prayer. You've been associated with like God. Obviously, you are the armor of God, and this is why through time, gradually, you've been receiving clarity. You've been receiving signs and synchronicities that your blessings are coming in here. And a lot of it could do with your creativity and self-expression. A lot of them could have just been jealous of like your creativity, how creative you are, how expressive you are. Look at that. Look at all the archangels coming through. Yeah, we have Archangel Gabriel who's bringing clarity to the situation. We have Archangel Michael who's protector of God's people who's coming through. All right, you're a spiritual warrior, you're a spiritual badass, and these groups, these freaking corrupt organizations who try to sacrifice you and block your intuition or connection to source to cause delays, they work with the moon cycle to do this shit. Yeah. Your inspiration, your dreams, your psychic receptivity is being restored here. You're getting a lot of spiritual downloads about this identity theft. Someone who could have stole your identity here. All right, they could have stole this look. I heard this look, this vibe. I don't know how people can do that. Like it really shocks me how people think that they can get away with that. Whatever. Yeah, I'm bad and bougie. Bad and bougie. Yeah, so maybe you're meant for a bougie relationship, a bougie lifestyle. Yeah, okay. That is the message. I'm gonna leave that here because that was a long message. Okay, hopefully that resonated with you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. I just heard in my head shit's getting real. So yeah, shit's getting real. This spell work I thought they were so happily getting away with, yeah, we're just gonna have to see that shiz backfire, that black magic backfire. Okay, these love spells, they're obsessed. These people are obsessed with you. They're literally obsessed with you because of all this stuff backfiring. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.